Hello, everyone. We're live from Iloilo International Airport, and let me just give me a second. Good evening, everybody. I hope you can hear me well. Okay, we're up for another exciting session for tonight, and I wonder where. Maybe pardon the light because as you know, I'm not at home. I don't have my setup ready. It's a bit dim. Let's do something about it. It's really dim. Just using my phone here on the side. Let's see. Seeing the app. Okay. We look uh sleepy. Let me see if I can adjust the lighting. It's very because you have a new location and I have to make do with what we have. Okay, hold on. All right. This one is overcoming fear. Overcoming fear. Overcoming fear. This is our day two today. And starting conversation. Just give me a sec. Um, so, uh, okay, please bear with me. Today was such a challenging day because, you know, um, in case I haven't mentioned yesterday, I'm supposed to fly to Manila tonight because we're actually gonna be preparing for the convention that will happen in Hawaii in few days time, and we're flying there very early. Okay, I don't know if I'm already live. Okay, I think I'm live on StreamYard, and we have yet to go live on my page on sorry, on my page here in Coach Lani. Let me just see. Is there anything else I need to? Oh, it's required. Okay, hold on. In my eyes is getting dry. Fixing. StreamYard, I will just have to edit this part. Pardon me. Okay. There you go. I think that's much better. Let's wipe the fake tears. Okay. So let's open. What do we have here? So sure. Ano na. And hold on. Let me Alright. We have it.
Information on Philippines and Asia Pacific supplies legal
Okay.
KYC for Manila. We regret informing the website today due to operational requirements resulting from the arrival of signals aircraft from Manila. Once again, for the information on Philippines and Asia Pacific supplies legal KYC for Manila, and we regret informing the website today due to operational requirements resulting from the arrival of the aircraft from Manila. Meanwhile, Feeling has on passengers displayed, and distributed
We're
partial area, and alignment for the announcement.
start
The applicant
test.
consideration, we apologize for
It
the
took a while.
based on the
Hello. We're live. We're live both on StreamYard and on Facebook. Hello, everybody. Yeah. Okay, so let's begin. I think we're all set up. So I would just like to thank everyone for coming tonight. Hello, hello, wherever you are. I wish I could see the comments. I'm still getting used to. I Oh my god! I think I ended the live. Uh, Hold on. I just created the live and then I went back and ended it. Please bear with me. Oh, seem to hear myself. Hello. Okay, let me delete this one and we're going to start again. Um, go live, go live. Yep. So our topic is about building our personal branding. Okay. Let us put this on Facebook. Start personal branding. Yep. Hey, yep. I think we're good. So it's been 11 minutes since I opened on StreamYard. And I just got to check with. Okay, so welcome back, everyone. Yesterday, we kicked off our journey with our journey on personal branding and also networking. We were exploring why building connections is essential. Okay, personal branding. Hello, welcome back, everybody. Okay, welcome back to my live. um, I'm still getting used to the setup, and as you can see, I'm not at home. I'm actually in inside Iloilo International Airport, and I'm preparing to fly to Manila. Okay, so what are we up to today? Let me just give you a little sneak peek of what happened for today. I'm supposed to go live 5 p.m. Philippine time. And just this morning, there were some hangups that happened. I learned that my daughter got beaten by our dog. Okay. So my original plan to go live at 5 p.m. was moved to tonight, and I'm having slow connection. Okay, I don't know why I'm having slow connection. So hello, who's watching? Anyway, so my plan to go live 5 p.m. got moved to tonight, because I had to attend to my kid who was bitten, and we had to go to the hospital so she will get her first shots of injections. And I just really don't want to miss out this live session. I know I made a commitment first to myself that I will be doing this every single day so that we can add value to people who wanted to expand their network and who wanted to learn how to just do that without having any following. They are starting from scratch, which I basically did as well when I came here to Iloilo. And I'm just very excited to be sharing this journey every single day. And the life, when you commit to yourself and you commit to being the better version of yourself, I sincerely believe that life will really put you into test. Like it will send a lot of um tests to know whether you are sincere with what you say you will do, correct? So just that, and I'm as of now I'm releasing all the worries, all the negative feeling around this, because I just wanted to go 100% with you guys tonight. um I'm preparing to fly to Hawaii in the next couple of days for the global convention of BNI. And this is our Givers Gain community, which I also jump started here in Iloilo. And currently, we already have about 33 business owners who are supporting each other with referrals. Okay, so that in itself is very, very nice. So yesterday, on our first day, we kicked off our journey into personal branding and networking. Basically, we tackled how important it is to learn how to network, especially if you're in business, and you wanted to be able to have a sustainable platform that can support your business. We know very well that no man is an island. I also don't believe on the concept of being a self-made millionaire, because I know one way or another, um, some people was able to help you for you to achieve a certain level of success that you have now, whatever that may look like for you. So today we're diving deeper, focusing on practical strengths to help you overcome your fear. If you're an introvert like me, know that when you start talking to yourself in the camera, you'll just find the confidence because you're not exposed to a big crowd, but you know that with the messaging that you're delivering, you're basically making an impact. You don't know who might be praying to hear this information. And so going out there, going 100%, no if, no buts, with or without makeup. I still look haggard from the experience of being in the hospital earlier, and I had to talk to my aunt to ask her to look after my kids because I'll be away for like about 9 to 10 days. Okay, so just going 100% really matter. You might be answering questions of people who are seeking for answers. Right. Hello, Attorney Marlon. Hello. Good evening. Gising ka pa. Okay. So today, like I said, we're diving deeper on practical strategies to help you overcome your fear. Just have that initial start of a conversation and make yourself memorable in any networking space that you'll be invited to. So what we discuss is just coming from authenticity, the value, and the value as your foundation of a strong intention to network and to expand or start building your brand. And basically how networking is really about finding ways to serve others. So it's not about hunting for clients when you go to a networking event, but it's about finding ways on how to be interested, being interested with people and looking for avenues on how you can support them or help them. Yeah. So get your notebooks ready. Feel free to drop any questions or comments in case you have in the chat as we go along. And if I miss out answering it, know that I will come back to it the following day as we do the live tomorrow as well. So let's talk about fear. So fear is often the first barrier to doing an effective networking, whether it is fear of rejection, whether it is fear of saying the wrong things, or fear of being judged, or just the feeling that you don't belong to a certain crowd. It's already very intimidating, right? I have been there. Believe me, I have been there. Um, I still remember the first time I overcame this fear was when one of my leaders in my former network marketing company that I worked for, he asked me to go in front, stand up there, declare my goal to the crowd, and commit that I will be hitting it in a couple of months. And mind you, I'm so new. Okay, I'm so new to that kind of business, and he took a picture of me, and I really look like a tomato, with all the red ears on the side because of so much fear. But I'm so grateful that I took the challenge anyway. I stood up there and faced my fear, and lo and behold, I realized that it's all about practice. But you have to be practicing the right thing, because like what my mentor, YP Lai, said, practice makes perfect. But if you practice the wrong thing, you could be perfecting the wrong, right? And we don't want that. So practicing what is more effective and doing it again and again, regardless of other people's judgment, will make you a better person, a better version of yourself. So fear is normal. It's actually a good feeling to feel fear. Now, Facebook, if you're wondering, well, I'm looking here and I'm looking here, it's because I'm also talking to YouTube and I'm talking to Facebook here. Okay. So we wanted to make an impact, so to as many platforms as possible. That's great. All right. So here's an important mindset shift. Okay, can everybody say, in you don't have, of course I won't hear you, but just say it out loud if you're watching me right now. Just uh say this word, shift. SHIFT. It's a very powerful word, that if you use it in this world, you can drastically change the result that you can create in your life. Like I told you earlier, it was a very chaotic experience this morning, because there are just things that's beyond my control. However, I made a shift. Okay, I started looking at the beauty of things. I started looking at how will this benefit me, so that I'd be able to, shift that fear to peace and excitement around what happened. So now I have more peace knowing that one of my twin babies is being looked after by my aunt, while I'm away. And that's also the same when you're doing networking. Remember that everyone, we always feel nervous at some point, especially if we're doing a new thing, something that we're not, familiar. um and even the most confident networkers out there had to start somewhere. And I tell you, even if you're doing this for a very long time, like myself, there still comes a time where we feel fearful of something. So courage is not about being strong every single time. It's actually about facing your fear and choosing to overcome that, because you know very well and you're very clear what your intentions are. And if your intention is about helping people, like what I'm doing right now, I really wanted to educate more people, so that with awareness they can make better choices. I'm facing my fear, right? I came prepared, but there are things that happened, and I just got to, the show must go on. Okay. So, one practical technique for overcoming the fear, if I may suggest, is visualization. So, when we visualize things, if you're having difficulty visualizing things, you need to help yourself to close your eyes and take deep breaths, inhale and exhale, and that's how you will be able to put yourself in a certain space where you feel safe, and then start visualizing. So close your eyes for a moment. If you're watching, you can do this exercise with me and imagine yourself in a networking setting. So maybe you're going there in the door, inside the door, and there's so many people, right? Picture yourself starting a conversation with confidence, like asking questions and enjoying the interaction. Although this have not happened to you yet, but I just want you to visualize that you're coming into that room full of confidence, as if you really come prepared, and you're doing this um conversation. You're starting conversations with people. Maybe you're trying to approach someone who's just alone on the side, or maybe you saw a group of two people and you wanted to join them and start a conversation. So just picture yourself doing this and picture that you are enjoying the interaction. Now, let me tell you, your body will resist, especially if you're not used to this. Okay. You will feel some resistance. Like your self will tell you, oh, this is not really you. You're just fooling yourself, right? You better stop doing this. But you have to fight that. You have you have to choose to start seeing yourself. Like if you remember watching one of the motivational speakers, and then you see them very, very confident, I want you to imagine that you are that person. That, this is something that you love doing. Okay. So it always starts with visualization. Now, how do you feel? Okay. So I want you to take a deep breath, inhale and exhale. Okay. You can open your eyes now. How do you feel? How do you feel about that? Do you feel good about yourself? Are you proud of yourself that you're able to connect to people genuinely? If you felt that, I want you to tap yourself and say, great job. Great job. Let's do that again. Okay. So visualizing success is a very powerful way to ease your nerves. Um, and if you're calm, you can think better, right? You can respond better. In fact, it's not other people who first judge you. You're the first person who actually judge you. And if you're the one judging yourself, know that it has greater impact than having another person to judge you. Because you know very well that whatever you tell yourself, you are actually hearing 100%. So be careful what you tell yourself every time. Okay, if it's not effective for you, if it will not build up your confidence, then stop doing that. Okay, so for now, let's do some interactive exercise. Take a moment to jot down a recent networking opportunity where you felt very, very nervous. So, what thoughts run into your mind? Now replace those with positive affirmations like I'm open to learning from others, or maybe I bring unique value to the table, right? Practice saying this to yourself before any networking event. Like I'm here to add value. I'm willing to go 100%. I want to help people. I am courageous, or whatever might help you. Practice these positive affirmations before attending a networking event. Right. Hello, Sam. Hi, Tons. Oy, kamusta CDO? Hi, Flora. Thank you for watching. Hello. So, dito lang sa YouTube, I'm not able to see the comments. I still have to figure out how to do exactly just that, because currently I'm actually using StreamYard Studio, and this is going to be posting my video on YouTube and other platforms later na ia-assign ko. So anyway, now that we've addressed your fear, okay, fear, I want to give you this meaning, and this was very effective for me. Um, FEAR. It could actually mean two things. And depends on how you want, or the meaning that you want to put into it, your result will greatly depend on that. But I'm going to give you these two options on fear. Fear is, um, I forgot. Okay, the positive one I remember. Face everything, or sorry, the first one. Okay, now I remember. The first one is F is forget, E means everything, A means and R means run. So if you were confronted by fear, you actually have this first option to forget everything and just run away. Correct. But I wanted to look at another meaning of fear, which I told you was more effective for me. And that is face everything and rise. Diba? Just like Attorney Marlon here earlier, he was watching. I don't know if he's still watching, but he's part of BNI Rise. Together we rise. So there are so many fears that could confront us, especially when we're making big decisions, such as expanding our network, connecting to people, because we know very well that connection equals currency. If we want to support our businesses, working with collaborative partners would play a big role, right? And so we choose to overcome that fear. So face everything and rise instead of forget everything and run. All right. I hope that helped. So, but because it did for me. Now, now that we address that fear and you can make a better choice of whatever could be more effective for you, let's look at starting a conversation. So, how do you start a conversation? The first 10 seconds of any interaction is very, very crucial. Let me repeat that. The first 10 seconds of any interaction is very, very crucial. 'Di ba nga meron kasabihan, sinasabi nila na first impressions last. So let's make them count, right? Start with an open-ended question to encourage, you know, other people to share about themselves. Like instead of just asking like how are you, how you are, in our business community, in our givers gain community, the first time you attend a meeting, somebody will approach you and ask you, how can we help you? What are the referrals you are looking for? It just but is normal in our community to ask that because our organization is a referral organization, right? We are not a social club. We are not charity club, right? We are very, very sincere in helping business owners to thrive through the power of referrals. Hello, Michelle. Welcome to day two. I don't know if I saw you last night, but or yesterday on my live. And so the first 10 seconds, how do we want to make an impact to people with the first 10 seconds of conversing with them? So some go to questions rather that work really well would be, what brought you to this event? 'Di ba? What brought you here? What are you interested about? Why did you attend this event, right? What has been the highlight of your week so far? Or maybe can you share some winning moment? Um, during our group conversation, every time I would meet my team, as much as possible, I always make it a point to ask them, share your wins, right? What are your wins? So that's a very good start, a non-threatening way to start a conversation with another person because who wouldn't want to share their wins in life? That's one way of spreading positivity, correct? So the goal is basically to get them talking so you're not the one carrying the entire conversation. Because I tell you, if you are an introvert like me, it will be very, very difficult to be the one to carry the entire conversation. And that's why, oftentimes we don't go out there to talk. We are just consumed by that fear of maybe it's just better if I don't speak up. But when you don't speak up, then you lose opportunities. Am I making sense? Right? So this is a much better way to conquer the fear and just get the ball rolling, like build up the momentum for that conversation, right? So once they open up, follow up with an with active listening. And I did model, okay, hold on, medyo nawala yung pagkaano na ano. So I did model yesterday. When listening, you don't listen to respond, okay? You listen because you're interested to know the other person. And and that's why our ears is designed like this. Okay, nakikita nyo ba? Like that. You take it out and you put them together. It's like a heart. So when we listen with our two ears and we listen very intently and come from, you know, wanting to just get to know this person and see how you guys are connected. Oops, I think my cell phone is running low in battery. Second. So it's a challenge because I can only charge from my laptop. I can only charge from my laptop because the Saksakan outlet is very, very far from where my phone is. Pardon that. Okay, so let's go back. Yeah, I think it's okay now. All right, so going back, no, active listening. Listen with your heart. You can never go wrong. And I tell you, that will give you courage because you know very well that you're there to give them the chance to be heard. A lot of people actually we have our own unique voices and everybody just wants to be heard. They wanted to be understood, but very few people would genuinely listen. Right? All of us wants to be understood. So if that is something that you wanted to have, then you must be willing to give it, right? And that's one way of giving it and attracting it your way. So once they opened up, you follow up with an active listening. You look at them in the eye as they talk, and you just shut your mouth. You don't speak of anything. Like when you throw a question, like I said, you don't listen to rebut. You listen because you are interested to really get to know them. When you ask them, "Oh, what business do you do?" Don't go thinking, "Oh, I want to know if his or her business is a very good collab partner for me." And then once I hear that magic word, I go and, "Hey, you know what? I have my business and maybe we can do business together. Or maybe you can be my client." Stop that. Don't be like that. Don't come very, very aggressive and pushy because that will never work. Okay. All right. So when you have that kind of opportunity, you repeat and rephrase what they say to show that you are actually engaged. Okay. It helps a lot because that serves as an affirmation for the other party that you are really listening. Okay. So let's do some quick exercise for those who's here joining me. Okay. Let's do some quick exercise. Think of a question that you can use as a conversation starter. Okay. When you think of it, write it down and then type it into the chat. Okay. I hope I can see some chats here. Type it in the chat so we can all share and get ideas from each other. Okay. Remember, a good question is simple, but it has to get people talking. Okay. It's like a stimulant to get them talking. So can you put that in the chat now if you have this question? All right. I hope I can see. Maybe next time I should share the StreamYard link instead of the YouTube link, right? A second. Let me just check on YouTube. Like my YouTube has a lot of following. There's none yet, not much. Okay. And if you find value to what I'm sharing, of course, feel free to follow me on YouTube so you can get some updates. Hold on. Let me go to my channel. Oh, there. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I think there are questions. Okay. So now let's go to how will you stand out? Okay. When you are already in the networking setup, as you imagined earlier, let's see how we could stand out. Okay. Let's focus on having this vision in a world full of professionals. How do you make a lasting impression actually? Can you think of any idea? If there's a lot of professionals in the room, how can you make a lasting impression? That got you thinking, right? So the answer lies in what I call the three pillars of impact. Three lang yan. Okay. First is authenticity, like how authentic I am with you right now. Second is value. Okay, the value that you wish to give them, to bring to them. And I tell you, even if you're just starting up, all of us have different or rather unique experiences that we can share. In fact, if your experience is so good, you can actually make money of that experience. Like right now, the e-learning industry, and I'm also exploring digital marketing. That's why I'm starting to deliver content like I'm doing right now. The e-learning industry is actually um expected to reach $3 billion a day in 2027. Currently, it's already at 1 billion US dollars. In 2019, it was around 1 billion in a year. Okay, but of course, the pandemic changed everything. And after that, it became 1 billion a day, and it's expected to reach 3 billion US dollars in 2027. So, why did I make mention of that? Each one of us, just going back to my topic. Okay, I think my connection was. Hold on. Hold on, YouTube. Let me just fix this connection. Oh, that's such a mess. Okay, let's see if Facebook can come. Okay, for those of you who are on my personal page, you may want to go to my business page so you can continue on interacting with me. It's Coach Lani. Okay, page. All right. So okay, so first is the authenticity, as mentioned. People actually can tell whether you are being genuine to them or not. Okay. So if you are to share something about yourself, just come from your most authentic space. And this could be like a quick story about why you're passionate on doing the work that you're doing, or maybe a unique experience that led you to where you are right now. Correct. So, for example, me, why was I actually led to digital marketing? It's because being a solo parent of four kids and running businesses is not easy. And I have been looking for ways on how I can still do what I'm passionate about, such as community building. I can still do my distribution business, which is into health, while at the same time taking care of myself and my family. Okay. So one of the things that I really love doing is traveling, but I actually don't want to travel alone. Like right now, traveling alone is okay, but it's not something that I wish to do oftentimes. If I am to travel, I wanted to travel with my family. Okay. So, and at the moment, it's not possible. But another thing that I love doing is spending time with my kids. Correct. Hold on. I just lost the other account. So just share that unique experience about you. People will actually feel whether you're coming true to them or not. Okay, now the second pillar is value. So when you bring something to the table in each interaction, even if it's just a thoughtful piece of advice or a helpful resource, people will actually appreciate that. People often associate your brand with the value that you bring, and they will remember you for that. Correct. So being passionate about digital marketing and sharing to the new people who are also exploring. I'm basically new just like you. It's not something that I've started long way ago. Maybe I had my account, my TikTok account, my YouTube account for a long time, but I'm not really using those because I just don't know how to use them. And in fact, the first time that I went live on TikTok, I was laughing at myself because I never imagined having a, you know, hold on now, hold on. What happened here? Okay. I'll probably cut this in the recording. Okay. I don't know if you cannot connect to the internet of the of PAL. Okay. There you go. 23554. 23554. 23554. Okay.
And then the portion of the
Start browse.
move forward to the control.
Mm, it's not allowing me. Okay. Oh, oh wow. So I lost it. My other phone just shut down. But anyway, if you're watching, I have two platforms here, like Facebook and StreamYard or a YouTube account. You can still go there, or you can watch the replay. That's okay. All right. So lastly, okay, okay, I was on the second part, like bringing value. So your branding, part of the only way that you can actually deliver value is if you know who are your perfect audience. And if you don't have an idea how to qualify a perfect audience, these are the people who were like you, the younger you. Okay. Meaning, I'm not talking about age, I'm talking about the experiences that you've already acquired along the way in this journey, that people where people found an inspiration from those experiences. And because you made a breakthrough, they actually wanted to follow your lead so that they too can create their own breakthrough in that kind of experience. For example, me, when in 2022, when I have undergone my separation, I was clueless on how I can navigate being a solopreneur and a solo parent. And I found value in asking single moms on how they are able to arrange their schedule around kids and also the businesses that they do. So I sought for mentorship, or or if there are no people who can come to me, I would search for it like on YouTube or in the internet, finding help, right? And I found value on some of the stories that I came across, and I got idea from there. And that's why right now I'm able to um navigate step by step on how to work with my children and make things work for all of us, right? So that's it. And then the last one, okay, lastly, is actually following up where most people would drop the ball. Like after you meet someone, send them a quick message thanking them for their time. Not offering yet whatever you want to offer, but thanking them for your time, and maybe include a quick takeaway from your conversation. Like what do you remember from what they said? And following up um on them, right? Not later than 48 hours, I would say. so that the retention's still there. So following up shows that you are serious about building connections with them. And again, why do we want to build connections? Because that's the only way that you can make that kind of networking productive. Connections equals currency. Although you're not yet introducing what possibilities of collaboration you may have, but just making them feel you are sincere in starting to build that relationship through your follow ups can already put you ahead, right? So now take a few minutes. I want you to do this if you're with me. Write down, or if you're watching the replay, write down one authentic story or piece of advice that you could share during a conversation to make yourself memorable. In our community, in our Givers Gain community, what we normally do when we do a one-on-one session with other members, we actually share with them our burning desire, right? So that they would get to know us better and that they would have like a better understanding on why we are committing to the things we are doing and maybe find similarity in there. So this authentic story, an impactful story, or maybe a piece of advice, that you could share during a conversation so that they will remember you. Okay, write it down and then drop it in the chat if you'd like to share it or you needed feedback. Okay. Say you wanted to for me to comment on that story, just write it in the chat. And even if I cannot comment on it right now, I will certainly get back to you once I read it, all the comments in the replay, and address that tomorrow. Okay. All right. So now let's see if there are people who have questions. If you're still with me, okay. If you also have questions, you can drop it in the comments. Okay. What challenges have you faced when you're trying to start a conversation? I'd love to know. Or maybe you've had an experience where you felt like you didn't stand out, or that you needed some advice on what you could have done differently. Okay. If you have questions for me, feel free to also chat in the group chat here, or type it in the chat, and then let's see how we can work together to address that. And maybe if this goes well, we can come up with an opportunity to go on Zoom together, because I think that's more manageable than just doing this live. Um, and more interactive. So you'll hear from me. Also, if anyone wants to share how you have applied yesterday's insights in networking interactions, like the importance of networking and how it is essential for every business success, this is actually the perfect time to share that and inspire others in the group. So you can also use that to comment, okay? So that when others read it, they can also get value from what you share. Okay, so I think we're down to the last part of our live today. Exactly 1 hour. I'll be gone in 3 minutes. So thank you all for being here and for participating. So just to give you a quick recap, today we covered how to face our fear, to start the conversation, and also to use authenticity, value, and follow up for you to stand out in any networking activity. Right. So remember, networking is actually a skill that can improve through practice. It's not an overnight success. You need to keep practicing the right way to do it so that you can perfect the right ones, not the wrong ones. Okay. And if it will give you any confidence, just know that practice makes it permanent as well. So don't be afraid, to seek for help or maybe ask a buddy to practice with you. Don't be discouraged if it feels challenging at first, because that's very, very normal, just like anything in life. Your challenge for the week, okay, for this is to start a new conversation with someone. I don't know kung meron gumawa ng mga assignments. ako kahapon, no, to reach out to someone, to message someone. But for this week, okay, so I'm giving you one whole week to start a conversation with someone in